Welcome back to the channel, and as promised, today is slated to be an action-packed recap with an aircraft order for Airbus in the 3 digits, Airbus A350-1000 news, and finally some coverage on Ryanair that are continuing to expand their operations. Beginning proceedings with our feature story and a bit of a follow-on from yesterday's video, that is Avolon, a leading aircraft lessor, boosting its aircraft backlog by announcing a deal for 100 Airbus A321neos. As part of the deal, Avolon will take 100 additional aircraft, meaning that their total orders for the program sit close to 200 units. A deal with the European plane maker is substantial and reaffirms the importance of the A321neo in the market. Additionally, for Avolon as a leading lessor, while the flexibility of the A321neo is a pivotal factor in committing to more units. For Airbus, their A321neo, as I've touched on and by looking at the data, has been their best-selling plane this year. This stat has been aided, of course, substantially by the record-breaking order from Indigo, but at the end of the day, an order is an order, and it reaffirms the interest in the series' capabilities. Avolon's commitment to Airbus is something that is also ever-growing, with their firm orders reaching 632 aircraft as part of these contracts. The lessor plans to acquire A320, A330, and A350 family jets right into the future. Airbus's A321neo has quickly risen to become one of the most in-demand aircraft right across the industry, and if airlines want to secure this aircraft anytime in the next decade, well, they need to get ordering fast, as these delivery slots are quickly bought up. Airbus's continued development of the type is something that has aided interest in the series, to fill several fundamental niches where the plane maker sees a visible gap it can slot itself into. Due to Boeing not progressing with their own NMA, or new aircraft, until the 2030s, Airbus has definitely been aided by this. As a result, while yes, you could argue the 737 MAX exists as a fantastic narrowbody, further developed variants such as the A321LR or A321XLR present more ideal opportunities for some customers to replace some of their aging types over the 737 MAX offering. Therefore, you could argue these further developed A321neos enter a world of their own. Ultimately, due to this interest, Airbus's chief commercial officer cites the need for customers to get in now, as I briefly touched on, to get those delivery slots. If not confirmed now, the substantial wait times for an available delivery timeframe will likely continue to stretch further, and leasing may become the only way to get the planes sooner rather than later. This can sometimes be detrimental to some companies' future growth plans. It's also why we see major companies such as Qantas or EasyJet having gotten in early to acquire these types, even if delivery only occurs in the 2030s. But as you'll hear me say on numerous occasions, it is important to realize that not every airline is in the same position as your leading industry forces. Airbus has continued in recent days with the fantastic announcements, with the news that Japan Airlines has at long last taken delivery of its first A350-1000 following a ceremony in Toulouse at Airbus's delivery centre. Delivery of the first A350-1000 not only represents a new aircraft type joining the fleet, but it's also labelled as a flagship intended to replace the 777s. Japan Airlines A350-1000 comes in 4 configurations with a sole focus on immersing customers in the elegance of Japanese culture. This should be felt according to the airline through the aesthetics and tranquility of key cabin features. JAL says the stylish interior and critical features have been explicitly tailored to the highest quality. Therefore, the company aims to highlight Japanese beauty and offer the most elevated passenger experience that it possibly can. The Dash 1000s feature 6 first-class suites with 3 separate seating modes actually available to you. This is in the form of a sofa, a regular seat, or a single and double bed for customers. Meanwhile, business class features with a total of 54 seats, offering for the very first time privacy doors as JAL moves towards the next era of flight offerings. 24 premium economy class seats sit behind business, and then at the back of the cabin, you have 155 economy seats. Recently, Japan Airlines also revealed that its first A350-1000 would debut from Tokyo Haneda on January 24th of next year to New York JFK. Initially, this service will not operate daily. However, by the end of the fiscal year of 2023, they believe they can upgrade this to 7 times a week. And away from New York JFK, Dallas-Fort Worth has been outlined as the second city within the US that will eventually see the A350-1000 arrive. This will only be possible though when the third unit arrives from the European plane maker. Japan Airlines has ordered 31 A350s. This is spread across the -900s and the -1000s. While the A350-1000 arrives in Tokyo now at the end of 2023, the company has been flying the series since 2019 with deployment of the A350-900 on high-density routes. This has been very critical for the airline's success in the market. The A350-1000 capacity increase, as we're already visibly seeing through their revealed route network, will prove essential for long-haul routes in making it more efficient, but also replacing those Boeing 777s that I've made mention of. On to the final story of today, and that sits with Ryanair announcing a massive expansion following a USD 1.4 billion investment in Morocco for next year. As part of the massive investment, Ryanair has unveiled its most extensive summer schedule with over 1,100 weekly flights spread across 175 routes. However, included in the network are 35 new routes set for launch. Ultra low-cost fares will arrive on 11 Moroccan domestic routes as part of the record schedule, delivered to over 5 million passengers. Ryanair therefore forecasts this to be a 33% growth. The investment will also support over 500 jobs for pilots, engineers, and cabin crew, but you can definitely extend this to jobs in tourism, which will be sustained thanks to these new services. 11 new domestic routes are set to be offered, alongside 24 international services. Notably, the airline will offer service from key Moroccan airports to destinations in the United Kingdom, such as Birmingham, Bournemouth, Edinburgh, Bristol, Leeds, and Manchester. And in terms of your European destinations, well, it extends to the likes of Lisbon, Barcelona, Stockholm, Milan, and Tenerife. On your screen now, though, is the comprehensive breakdown of the 35 new routes set to begin from key cities in Morocco in 2024. Ultimately, Ryanair has been expanding aggressively, but they really don't have any choice. As a leading low-cost airline in the European space, they are consistently fighting competition from the likes of EasyJet, Wizz Air, and other customers too. That means they need to continue evolving, continue welcoming in new aircraft, and continue expanding their low-cost fares to more markets than ever before. That is going to conclude today's aviation news recap. If you have any thoughts on the topics that I covered in this video, you're more than welcome to drop them down below in the comments. I really do appreciate your support. I hope you are enjoying the holiday period like I touched on, and stay tuned. Same time, same place tomorrow, where I'll be back to take a look at some more aviation news. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you then.